Hi guys, my name is Dr. Rocker, and yes, that's a Corona haircut, done by my wife.
You are one pathetic loser.
But anyway, we already drew a torso, an arm, so it's time to draw a leg.
And make sure to watch the whole video, there will be a bunch of tips in there. And also, don't forget to subscribe.
So yes, this will be a draw along, so take out your pencil and take out a piece of paper, because now we are going to draw a leg. First I want to show you a bit about the basic forms of the leg. This is not yet the draw along, so I sped it up quite a bit. The first leg I'm drawing here is from the front and the other one is from the side. When looking at the leg from the side, the front line is a bow which ends up in a straight line. And on the back side it's the other way around. And on the front view of the leg we have a bow, a straight line and a bow again. And the inner line of the leg is just a straight line, so keep that in mind. But now for real guys! We are drawing a leg from the front, so I'm starting with a straight line for the orientation. I always like to draw a square for the kneecaps, and the other line you can see is already the upper leg. Oh, and by the way, I hope you guys have seen my torso and arm tutorial, which all fit together. And even the leg one, this one, you will be able to draw a whole character when you finish this one as well. Because this leg would fit perfectly on the torso we have drawn like, I don't know, 2 weeks ago or something like that. And I also will make sure that the light source is coming from the same direction as in the other videos. We are already defining the muscles from the upper leg here, but I hope you also really paid attention to the knee, because that's a very important thing. What I mean there mostly is that the straight line from the upper leg is being a little bit shifted underneath the knee. That's very important that you do that. On the upper leg there are 3 major muscle groups, and this one string that I just drew there. That's very important, and there we are already actually done with the upper leg. You could take it as it is and stick it in the torso we drew not long ago. The knuckles are a very important landmark, so don't miss out on them. And the foot ends with a straight line actually. Everything you've seen so far I drew with a 2H pencil lead, and now I'm erasing it down a little bit so that I just can see the lines. And just for the sake that you can see better on the video, I'm changing from the 2H pencil to a H pencil. But I would recommend you to stick with the 2H pencil. No smudging with such a hard pencil. But anyway, I'm already doing the line weight with the darker pencil so you can see it better. And this already indicates from where the light is hitting. The light is coming from above and slightly from the left side. If you're drawing along and something is too fast, just hit the pause button, cause that's one of the best things with those YouTube videos. You can take all the time you need. But all the same, I really think this is the best method to learn something, to see it and watch it in real time. I hope this will not harm my channel, cause actually, you know, my videos are quite fun and a lot of editing in there. But draw-alongs like this have been requested from quite a lot of people, and also, like I said before, I really think it's the best way to properly learn something. And hey, I'm not just here to entertain, I want you guys to learn something as well. And even if you not do the draw-along, even if you just watch it, you will learn a lot from it. I guarantee you that. And I didn't even try to draw extremely fast, I just took my time, because I wanted you guys to, first of all, being able to catch up, and also that you would be able to watch me draw in my proper pace. I try to include this in almost all of my other drawing videos, but mostly I need to speed it up because those drawings take hours and nobody wants to watch that. And I dare say, my drawing channel is, I guess, the least boring one you can think of. I'm not saying it's the best drawing channel, and I'm not saying the other channels are boring or something like that. There are great channels out there, I love a lot of those. But if you know my channel, I guess you know what I mean. I'm trying to be entertaining and also motivating. Real quick, a little sun for the light source. And no, that was not in real time, because you don't need to draw that. But from now on it's real time. So like in my other drawings from this series, the sun is coming from above and from the side, as you can see properly now, and we are already starting to shade in the muscles. I did a in-depth tutorial on shadings, how to shade a comic book character, I guess that's the name of the video, Check it out, I will leave the link down in the description. It's really a good video. Sounds a bit stupid when I say this myself, that this is a good video, which I did, but I really think it is, so check it out. Although it's quite an old one actually, but still. Check it out. Take your time when you shade the muscles. Don't make too big areas too dark too fast. You can always add on later. I guess the process where you spot the blacks, what we are doing right now, I would even say it's the favorite stage for me when doing a comic book drawing. Because in this stage it really starts to look alive and realistic, kind of. When doing a lot of strong blacks, I really prefer to do it with inks right away. But when I do a pencil drawing, it's also very nice because you have the big advantage of being able to erase all your mistakes. Because when you're doing the inks, that's just not really happening. If you made a mistake, you can use whiteout, but that's only working to a small degree, I think. But you're so much faster when you do it with the inks right away, because you can use a brush, and with one stroke of the brush, a big area will be black in no time. On the other hand, with the pencil, it can take quite a while, man. But after penciling for some time, you actually get quite fast as well. And one of the best benefits when drawing with pencil is pencil drawings are way more forgiving. It's way easier to produce a decent drawing with pencils than with inks. But don't get me wrong, you can mess up with pencils quite a bit. But let me know down in the comments, do you prefer to use pencils or inks? For me, it's a nice mix of both. Sometimes I feel like penciling and other times I feel like inking. I love both of those methods. And I guess when you want to get into comic book drawing, like really in the comic book business, I think you need to be able to ink your drawings right away, because that's getting some kind of a standard. I think most of the comic book artists nowadays, they work on computers, which is fine, but I think something is missing. I really always can tell if it's by computer or on a piece of paper. Might be some exceptions, but till now I always have been able to tell if it's done digitally or traditionally. But anyway, when you draw digitally, you actually always will ink the piece, because that's just an easy step. So even if you're a comic book artist and you want to draw traditional, which I really appreciate by the way, you will most likely have to ink your work as well, because you have to keep up with all those digital guys. That's just the way it is nowadays. And just so you know, I don't hate digital comic book drawings, but mostly I like the ones done traditional better. My favorite digital artist is called Jorge Jimenez. I hope I pronounced his name right, but he's really great. If you do not know him, check him out. And I guess we are done with the strong blacks, which means now we will start the hatching and the cross hatching. So make sure to sharpen your pencil. And when you watch me doing the cross hatching in this video, I almost, well, not even almost, I never turn the page. Don't do that. Turn the piece of paper as much as you like, whatever you feel most comfortable with. I know I say this all the time, but the only reason I don't move the paper around in these videos is so you can see it properly and from the right angle all the time. Try to keep a steady distance from line to line and increase the distance from one line to the next a little bit towards the light source. And don't hatch too much. Very often I see drawings, and also I did this way too often, that I hatch too much. Just be gentle with your hatching. You can save a lot when doing a lot of hatching and details, that's true. but at some point it just gets blurry, so be careful with your hatching. And in this case you can just follow my lead, so that's what this video is for. And if you like this rendering style, you can take it to all of the drawings you do, to every shade you will draw in your life. But you can also try around, try stuff, do a drawing with only horizontal hatchings or even only vertical hatches and see how that looks, and then try and add some cross hatching to it and whatever you like, whatever you feel like. In my case, I do way more horizontal hatchings than vertical hatchings, but that's just a style choice, so do whatever you like. And if you like the thing I do, copy it 1-to-1, that's not a problem, really, not at all. Because I can assure you, you cannot invent something completely new with comic book drawings. With all kind of art, I guess. Even if you're doing music, everything has been there, I guess. Art is a trade, so sharpen your skills and do the best you can. And you can ask every good artist out there, I promise you, no one will tell you he just does what he does like that. Everyone will tell you that he had to learn it. It's just a combination of different styles and influences. Of course, you shouldn't just copy one thing and then tell it's your own. But especially when learning something, you have to copy a lot. And the best way to do it with drawing is to copy other artists you really like. And over time you will have your own mixture of skills. And that will be your style. In my case, I have to admit, I'm way too influenced by David Finch. But at all the drawings I look, when, for example, sometimes I'm looking for, I don't know, let's say Wolverine. So I want to draw a Wolverine and I'm checking out different poses on the internet, and from 10 drawings there is one I definitely like the best, and it's always the one from David Finch, always. And don't get me wrong, I'm not just copying stuff. I really learned a lot, I use way less reference than I did before, but still I look up the work of other artists all the time because I want to find inspiration and want to see how they solved this problem or that. But yeah, David Finch is my favorite artist, so I really used his problem solving quite sometimes. But still, I would not call me a David Finch copycat, because there are things I do differently. Okay guys, but I guess we are kinda done here. Just some lines there and there, some small details, but that's actually it. I hope you had fun drawing along, and I'm always keen to see your drawings, so you can always DM me on Instagram and send me your pictures, and I will also put this leg on Instagram when this video is out. And yeah, you can DM me and I will make sure to give you a feedback and tell you what I think you did good or not so good. As long as I'm able to answer your messages, I will. And here we go guys, superhero leg. I hope your version looks as good as mine or even better. And like I just said in the voiceover, feel free to DM me on Instagram and send me your picture. I will gladly give you advice, if I have any. Okay guys, let me know down in the comments, do you like those draw-alongs? What? He says he likes them. Or do you prefer my crazy drawing videos? But now have a great day and don't forget, draw every day guys! Bye!